Good. Excellent. Starlings were brought to America in an attempt to introduce all the birds in Shakespeare to the US. They're now a major pest. Which is correct of these grocers, or grocers? It's grocers apostrophe. Why does this annoy people?
They're all right.
Well, of course, they're all conceivably right, aren't they?
Oh, is it
but it's just a way of asking whether you care about apostrophes.
Well, the grocer's apostrophe is supposed to be like...
They put them in where they shouldn't be, supposedly. They put, like, potatoes and put an apostrophe there or something.
This doesn't bother you, does it?
It doesn't bother me.
It bothers me.
Does it? Yeah, it bothers some people, yeah. Some people
like
write books and get incredibly annoyed, and they form societies for the protection of the apostrophe. And
there's one actually in Dublin, I don't know if it's a grocer, but something like that, and it's G-R-O-C-E-R, and then there's a comma, and then the S. And you go, you knew something had to go in there. You knew something had to go in there, but you couldn't. And it's like, it looks like a dead apostrophe. It looks like... But this guy had printed the sign. He'd obviously written out the sign and then gone to a sign printing company and went, right, whatever.
Sign printing companies, you'd think one of the requirements of being a sign printing company is having a basic knowledge of where an apostrophe goes.
They know, I'm convinced. All sign writing companies know, for example, how to spell accommodation. They must. And I reckon when they say, OK, we're doing a sign for your guest house, would you like our normal service, or would you like our deluxe gold 5 times the price service? So we'll check your spelling for you. And everyone goes, no, it's all right, I'm not going to pay 5 times as much for you to check the spelling. They go, OK. Inevitably, OK, we're going to paint the word accommodation the way you've put it there, are we? In the knowledge that they'll have to get called back all the sooner when the people finally realise they've got it wrong. It's just every time you see accommodation properly painted and misspelt, the sign writer knew. Was bloody minded. He's putting it out there wrong, knowing he'd get a repeat gig all the
see
sooner.
how long he's been looking for a flat.
There are very few situations in which this is vital. There are very few times that you will run in and go, where are the grocers? And they go, well, there's only me. But your sign implied that there was more than one grocer.
Exactly. You're so right.
I'm looking for 3 grocers.
Yes, that's the minimum I need in this situation, not just one.
People have been ridiculing what's called the grocer's apostrophe since the 18th century. The Oxford Companion to the English Language notes that there was never a golden age in which the rules for the use of the possessive apostrophe in English were clear-cut and known, understood and followed by most educated people. Never. So some people have actually, like Birmingham, have abolished the apostrophe.
Oh, yes, I read about this.
Now, are there any places in America where they have an apostrophe?
Well, they have places that are called Something's Creek.
Yeah.
Dawson's Creek.
Yeah, for example. Only 5 places in the whole United States have an apostrophe. One you might have heard of is quite well known. It's a tourist resort on the East Coast, a very upmarket, shishi place in New England.
Martha's Vineyard.
Martha's Vineyard is the right answer.
That has an apostrophe.
And there are 4 others.
Dave's Vineyard.
Martha's Garden, Martha's Kitchen.
There's Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts. There's Ikes Point, New Jersey. The captions are nowhere near where the places are. John E's Pond, Rhode Island. Carlos Elmer's Joshua View, Arizona. Clark's Mountain, Oregon. And those are the only ones.
So everywhere else they said don't bother with the apostrophe.
Yeah.
It's just confusing. Makes it not look like a place name.
Yeah, it seems so.
I wouldn't bother with Carlos Elmer's. Joshua View works fine, doesn't it? Why the hell do you need to have Carlos Elmer's specific view of Joshua? Take Joshua up, let's all have a look at him. We'll all take Carlos Elmer's view of this.
Fine view of Joshua. Anyway, there you are. That's enough apostrophe. Many people are annoyed, apparently, by punctuation errors in signs, but others claim that the grocers are at the forefront of the evolution of language. How can you be sure that an